Hey everybody, Mr. Martin here. I hope you're all okay and you're ready for this afternoon's Wonder lesson. So this afternoon we're going to do some PE with you guys, some physical education. Now it's really important that you're wearing some sort of sportswear because after I've done a little bit of talking, we are going to do some running, okay? And you guys are going to do some activities, get yourselves nice and active because we know that we need to stay mentally fresh as well as physically fresh to keep us healthy. But first of all, here we are, Thursday, the 25th of February, 2021. I've got an image on my screen, and I'm wondering if you guys have seen this image anywhere before. Now, this image, called the 5 rings, and each ring is a different color, as you can see, represents a worldwide sporting event. Okay, it's very, very famous. And I'm going to give you a clue. It links to our Greek topic as well. Everything's linking in with our Greeks. Have you seen it before? If not, ask your parents. Have they seen this image before? Fantastic. Pause the video. Hopefully, you might have said it is the Olympic rings from the Olympic Games, which is a worldwide sporting event that is held every 4 years. Now, we know from our research that the Olympic Games originated, so it started way, way back thousands of years ago in ancient Greece. So we're going to have a look at that today, but our focus is on PE because I want you guys to be doing some exercise. So quickly, our what, how, and why. We're going to practice and perform a range of running styles because there's not just one. New learning is practiced, so you guys can complete your own races at home just like the ancient Greeks did, and you're going to send us in some photos. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, it is really, really important that we do something before we start any exercise. We need to warm up. So I'm going to do it with you. Let me just... Okay, so before we do any sort of exercise, it is important that we do a warm-up. So everybody up on your feet and linking in with a little bit of our science work. We do a warm-up for a couple of reasons. I'm wondering if anybody can tell me what they are. Think about what we've been learning in our science. What are these things? Have a think. Good. So before we do any type of activity, it's really, really important that we warm our muscles up because our muscles are quite cold at the minute, and we need them to warm up so that we don't get any injuries whilst we're doing our exercise, okay? And it increases our heart rate as well. And it's really important because our heart pumps blood around our body that contains oxygen, which means we are able to move more, okay? So we're going to do a little warm-up together. Right, everybody jogging on the spot. You ready? Jogging. Okay, have some star jumps. Okay, now just jumping. Jogging on the spot again. Okay, I want you to do some lunges this time. So put the screen down. So lunges look like this. One foot in front of the other, and you lean down, okay? Keep swapping legs. Back to the other one. Okay, and jogging on the spot again then. Jogging on that spot. And knees up, get your knees as high as you can go. Good. And back down. Have a little bit of a breather. Okay, hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer. It's also really, really important that we do some stretching before we do any exercise because that prevents us from pulling any muscles. So, I'd like you to do some leg stretches. So we're going to stretch our hamstrings. So lean to one side. Make sure you're doing both legs. Lean to the other side. Okay. And one foot in front of the other. So if I can show you. So if we do this one, look. Point one toe to the sky. And the other one. Feel that at the bottom of your leg in our calf muscle from our sides. And then finally, do our quadriceps, so our muscle on the front. You hold your leg behind you, count to 5, shake it out, and then swap to your other leg. Fantastic. Hopefully, you guys are feeling nice and warm now. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the different types of running events in ancient Greece. So let me just share my screen again. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. Now, not every running event was the same. The Greeks had sprints, and a sprint is a shorter distance, okay? So 100 or 200 meters, and you are running flat out, okay? It's as fast as you can go. There are relays, which are sprints, but they have multiple people, and they use something called a baton that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then there's also long distance running, and we have hurdles, okay? So there's 4 different types of running event in the Olympics that the ancient Greeks used to do. We're going to have a look at the running styles because it is a PE lesson. So let me stop sharing. Okay. The first style for a sprint. Now, as we said, a sprint is a fast event. You are trying to get from point A to point B as fast as you can. So, when we are running with a sprint, we need to be using our arms because our arms help pump us forward, okay? Your body needs to be slightly leaned over towards the floor. And when you're running, you want to pump those knees as high as you can, okay? I'm going to give you a little demo in slow motion. Your one hand should be going with the opposite knee, so that one and that one. Okay, that is how we get the maximum power when we are doing our running for short distance. Okay, now our second one, similar to a sprint, but it involves a team, is a relay. Now I'm going to use this bottle. In a relay, you have something called a baton, which is a metal sort of bit of pipe or metal rod. Okay, and the aim of a relay is to pass this metal rod, around the track between your teammates as fast as you can. So you need to do that in teams. You're going to be running. You pass the baton to the next person. They take it in their backhand, and then you carry on sprinting and passing on again. That's a relay. Now, if we're looking at a long distance run, okay, we change our style of running slightly. Because we are not going to be running flat out all the way because we want to conserve, which means save some energy because it is a longer distance, we run more on the tiptoes of our feet and we stand more upright, okay? And your steps are shorter, so you're kind of jogging, okay? Because you have to cover a further distance. So the Greeks used to run between, if we talk about Philippides, our marathon runner, he would have run 26 miles a day. So you cannot sprint for the whole 26 miles. And then our final event is hurdles. Now, hurdles is where there is a barrier that the athlete has to clear while they are running. So they're running along, sprinting, and they have to jump over a hurdle. So use the sprinting technique as we did before, so pumping those arms, lifting those knees really high to get that power, and they are going to jump over a hurdle. Now, here is your task. I have briefly explained the 4 different types of running events in the Olympic Games. We've looked at the different styles. Are they sprinting really, really powerful with arms and legs? Are they jogging, because it's a long distance one? Are they hurdling, which is a jumping motion over a hurdle? Or are they doing a relay, which involves some teamwork and coordination, because we are passing a baton to our partners? Right, your task today, you need to do absolutely 0 writing, okay? You are going to reenact some of these races from the Olympic Games. So if you've got a garden, or if you've got a local park next to you, I would like you to send us in some pictures of you guys completing some races. Perhaps if you've got a brother, sister, mum, dad, auntie, uncle at home, maybe you could give them a race and you could time each other for the sprints. Could you create a relay with members of your family? So you're running around the garden, you make your baton, you pass it to the next one, and they run on. Could you create some sort of hurdle course in your back garden where you have to jump over something? Okay, send us in your pictures of you guys completing your different running events for our PE session. Okay, remember the styles: short, big knees, big arms for powerful running, for sprinting; more upright on the balls of our feet, jogging for long distance; jumping over things for hurdling; or passing the baton. Have a great one. Make sure you send me your pictures. Thank you. Bye.